Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Happy New Year. Happy New Day.
Yes, yes, it's February. Happy new month.
It is February. It is a new month. As always, time keeps on timing, right?
Yeah, time
What
keeps
is
on
that song?
flying.
Time keeps on ticking into the future.
That was a song.
It was a song. It was a great song. And, whether we're ready for it or not, time keeps on moving on into the future. I'm just checking out on our Twitch here. So, welcome all as you come and join us this Sunday, February 6th, 2022. I am Minister Naomi Jewell, the founder and spiritual director of Niyah Center. And I am joined by my husband, Mark Christmas, Reiki Master Extraordinaire, Director of Holistic Wellness. And we are the Niyah Center. We are an interreligious empowerment community, and our mission is to engage, educate, and empower one another through holistic wellness, integrated life programs, and social impact work. And here at Sacred Space Sunday, it is an opportunity for us to gather, to commune, to be interactive in this virtual space. So, wherever you are, whenever you are, it's available to you live and also streamed and saved on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. So, share with others, invite others. We have a conversation, a talk, a subject each week based on our principle and our core foundation of insight plus application equals results. So we're bringing insights from ancient wisdom teachings, sacred texts, and universal ethical principles,
Good
and
morning,
then provide
Auntie.
you. Good morning, Auntie, and then providing you some specific application for you to put into action right away. And we believe that if you do just that, combine that insight and application, you will experience transformative results in your life. When?
Now,
Now, right now.
right now.
So, Mark,
Yeah.
I turn
So
it to
thank you.
you.
Yeah, thank you for the welcome and the introduction, the explanation of the Nia Center. Uh, I had a client yesterday, actually a Reiki client. Thank you, Latoya. And I was telling her, about broadcast on Sunday. She said, "Oh, that sounds pretty cool. They're not religious. That sounds really nice." So I don't know if she'll join us today or not. Maybe she will. But let's just do a few announcements. First of all, as you see the chat, you see us, but we don't see you. But if you put your comments in the chat, we can see those and we can interact with you. So we encourage you to interact with us through the chat, say hello, ask questions, offer your opinions, um, your thoughts, whatever, really, just send some love through the chat. That's how we connect with you energetically uh, in absence of seeing everyone in person. At the same time, we ask that if you're looking at this on your social media, you go ahead and share it. If you're on Twitch, you can share the broadcast. If you're on Facebook, you can share it to your page or to other groups that you're a part of. You can share the broadcast. We appreciate that. It really helps us to spread the word around the Niyah Center and the messages, and the opportunity is to be in community together as we look to uplift each other and the world. Right? Who is here and where are you joining from in the world? Well, oh, that's Mark and Naomi was here from Maryland. What's the indigenous place called?
Yes, we are sitting on indigenous land.
Do you know the name of it?
Mark Christmas.
Well, you're a PhD candidate. I expect you to know everything. See, my cup says it. I don't need Google. My wife knows everything.
That's right.
Philip, what's up, brother? Philip here, out of the Bronx. What's happening, brother? Good to see you, man. Excellent stylist, master cutter, master colorer. Philip, man, is a good brother, a good friend. Known Philip for some years now, and I miss you, brother. Miss you. Um, Hopefully, today we won't have a power outage like we did the last Sacred Space Sunday. So for those of you that were on and we got, you looked to come on and we weren't there, it was because we had a power outage in the neighborhood. So all the power was out for about an hour or so. So we're going to pick back up today. We also, we talked about you can reshare the broadcast. Um, let me see more. All right, but on your Facebook, you can also on YouTube. There's a link. There's an Allverse channel on YouTube. You can just search Allverse on YouTube, and you come across the channel. You can share the link to the broadcast there as well. But we just appreciate your support there. Also, you can stay in touch with us through the Allverse Facebook group during the week. It's curated by Angela Skeet Davis. Angela is Naomi's sister, and this is a talented artist and loving person. And we ask that that you look to stay in touch with us through the center there, through the Allverse Facebook group. It's called Allverse. It's a space for anything uplifting. So you're welcome to post anything that's positive, anything that's sharing. Okay, yeah, that's already shared. Okay, I see Philip is on Facebook. Let me share this to the Facebook group as I'm speaking now. Go ahead, Nate. In terms of if you want to be on live with us on camera, you can always reach out to us at the email address, Niyah Center at Gmail.
Niyah Center at gmail.com.
We'll send you a link.
Yep.
You can join us.
See the email running at the bottom there.
Yep.
Mm.
You could also, okay, Leah, there you go. I knew you knew. The Scataway. The Scataway land. Yeah, that's where we are. That's where we're sitting. Any indigenous people out there, shout out to you that might be hearing this broadcast or come across it, even if it's a replay. We appreciate your support. We believe we're all in this community called Life Together, and we look to support each other and uplift each other and move powerfully through it. Also, if you're looking for any counseling, spiritual counseling sessions or Reiki healing sessions, you can also contact us at the Niyah Center at Gmail. We'll be glad to follow up with you there in terms of talking about what kind of services we can support you with, whether that be mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, healing, balancing. We support you in all of those ways. And then finally, love donations. Support our vision. We're in a commitment to engage, educate, and empower through your love donations and tithes. And so you can support us, and I think the banner will come up in a second in terms of how you can support us through your love donations. There it is. Yeah, you can do Zelle or Cash App at the Niyah Center, or Zelle and Niyah Center at gmail.com. Either one of those works for love donations and support of what we're doing. If you're on Twitch and you haven't subscribed, we thank you to Big Wolf 2. We've been calling Big Wolfie for so long.
Right. For like a year, we had her handle completely incorrect, and graciously, she just allowed us to misstate her handle, her Twitch handle, until she finally got us right. Thank you, Big Wolf 2, for getting us right. I mean, after we saw it, we were like, yeah, okay.
You've been subscribed for 14 months now, so thank you, Big Wolf. Yeah, thank you. Let me see, anything else? Oh, next Sacred Space Sunday. The next Sacred Space Sunday is 2 weeks from now. So
on the 20th.
Yeah, be on the 20th of February. Okay. You know what? We missed the birthdays. We had some birthdays
Yeah.
this month. Actually, we celebrated the matriarch of the Jewel Smith family on the 2nd, which was the Tuesday,
2222.
2/22, right? She turned 80 years.
80
80 years.
years.
Life
Happy birthday, Mom.
celebration. Yep. Happy belated birthday.
We're blessed on
And
that.
we're celebrating um, Naonu on the 10th of February.
Right.
And her birthday, Minnie, you want to tell how many years or no?
No, all of them great. Grateful for all of them. We stopped counting now. We just glad for every single day. The numbers are meaningless going forward.
It's a blessing to wake up and be a part of this thing called life.
What Patty tell us? Patty told us you say a age at least 20 years older than what you are, and then people say, "Oh, you look good for your age."
So you're 75?
I'm 75. Turning 75 and proud.
You look great for 75. You look great for 75. No, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Good morning, Moreno Maran.
Yes, good morning, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you, man. We'll see you from Moreno. You're principal now, all right? Yeah. Principal Moreno. Yeah.
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 Principal Moreno. Yeah,
Yep.
we love it. We love it.
So
Moreno
that being said, now you want to take us through our posture of presence?
Yes. So let's get present, and I'm gonna have some I don't know if it's started. If so, we can't hear the sound. But there we go. That's good. That's good. So let's just take a moment to arrive. We have arrived verbally, but let's arrive physically in our bodies, in this sacred space, psychologically, emotionally. Let's bring all our modes of being together here, now. Now. We find it supportive, many of us, to arrive now by having an intention of a posture that reflects this presence. Grounded, if seated, feeling the floor beneath you. The seat beneath you. If in bed, feeling the bed, the mattress, the cushion underneath you. And if you're traveling, is having a conscious awareness of my voice and your surroundings. So as we move this consciousness from the external to the internal, scan your body, head to toe, left to right. Where are you constricted? Where do you feel tension? Notice. Then breathe into it. Breathing into the space consciously, intentionally. Where in your body do you feel spaciousness, joy, anticipation? Notice and breathe into it. Continue to breathe, bringing attention to your breath. Simply noticing the in, the out. Any sounds around you, simply notice. Any thoughts that come, let them come. Notice. Watch them go like the clouds. The practice of presence is a practice of returning to the present, returning to breath, which grounds us. On this day, February 6, 2022, we give thanks for the sacred space. We give thanks for all who join us live and in the future. We give thanks for all the multiple presences in all their multiple ways of being, in all their multiple manifestations, knowing that we are one, that we are connected through spirit, in love, in joy, in intention, and in possibility. We come to this space with an open mind and an open heart to share, to learn, to grow together. It is in this space that we invite the divine to guide, to lead, to show us what it is we need to know, need to hear, need to be, individually and collectively. I give thanks for this message and the divine download that it is. May it support, may it serve, may it be truth. And slowly, your eyes are closed, flutter them open, and find your way back.
Love those meditations you lead us through. Always very powerful. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very relaxing.
So you have an affirmation for us today.
Yes, I do. I do have it. Do you have the banner for it?
I do. So for those of you who may be new to our broadcast, Mark and I are not only the hosts, we're also the producers. So from time to time, you may see us moving our eyes, moving our arms, and this is an organic space, a sacred space. And so it's real in real time, and real stuff happens, just like we learned last week when the screen went black.
Absolutely. We had a couple happy birthdays that came in while you were doing the posture.
Okay.
Big Wolf 2. Angie, cousin Angie said hello. She checked in.
Hello. love. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, there's a lot of February birthdays out there. I get on the social media and I'm like, oh, I should have known you were an Aquarian as well. So we are in the season of Aquarius. So everybody always thinks their birth month, their zodiac sign is the best. And I am no different, you know.
Oh, Aquarius is the best?
Oh, no, it's the best.
I thought Scorpio was the best.
Right. We love everybody. and we're the best.
So the affirmation for the day, if you could just repeat after me, we ask that you copy this and write it down, be with this for the week or the next 7 days. Say it every day to get your day going. So this goes: I am a powerful spiritual being in a human body. I am intentional about my thoughts, words, and behavior because with God, I am the co-author of my circumstances. So let's do that one more time. Affirmation for the day. I am a powerful spiritual being in a human body. I am intentional about my thoughts, words, and behavior because with God, I am the co-author of my circumstances. So that's our affirmation as we get ready to move into our discussion. It's going to be led by Naomi today. The joy of LOL, not to be confused with laughing out loud, even though I guess if you're LOL and there should be some laughs that go along with that. But now you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Let's find our banner here. There we go. There we go. So, welcome back, family. And there we go. The joy of LOL. And I am talking about living out loud. Living out loud. So, we're going to return to where we were 2 weeks ago and yet refresh for today. So now we're in the 11th hour, Eastern time that is, of the 6th day of the 2nd month of the year 2022 in the 21st century. And again, I will ask, are you still saying Happy New Year? Are you saying Happy New Year to people you are speaking to for the first time in 2022? Are there people you're still speaking to for the first time in 2022? Well, I am. So last Sacred Space Sunday, I asked about how you spent your New Year's Eve this year. Now, on February 6th, do you even remember? Was that just under 40 days ago or a lifetime ago? I shared last Sacred Space Sunday that Mark and I continued our tradition of watching the New York Times Square ball drop. Once again this year, there were still limited numbers of people, a very potent reminder that the global pandemic is not over, despite what many would have you believe for political and economic reasons. I shared how much I love New Year's Eve and counting down to the new year. In case you forgot, let's go there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! I love it. It's great. Why? Because at that moment, it's almost impossible to put in words. The joy, the anticipation, the elation, the community. As I share my family, we all at that moment are sending texts to each other, emojis and gifs and screen confetti. It's going crazy, you know. And even though we may be geographically distant, in that moment, we feel so close, so together, so connected, in joy, in love. How many times during the year do you have that experience? So, some of you at this point are wondering, why am I sticking to this message? Why not move on to a new topic this Sunday? Well, because I believe the point of this message is probably better heard now than 2 weeks ago. Divinely guided. We always say it's divinely guided. Yes, I was disappointed when the screen went black and I didn't understand, and our entire building was blacked out. I was like, I really wanted to give that message. And then I remembered that in our time of presence, I had said we're divinely guided. So this too was divine. And I trust that this is the time for somebody somewhere for this message. So back to New Year's Eve again. So have you thought about what it has to be to motivate someone to stand in the streets of New York for hours, most years in rain, freezing cold, more often than not inclement weather? We're talking about the end of December in New York. It's not warm. And most of those folks, I don't know if you know it, they're wearing diapers. I'm not kidding. Think about it. In Times Square, particularly pre-pandemic, if you leave your space to go to the bathroom, you're not getting it back. You may not even get back to that space. So for those early arrivals that are staying there, they have to wear diapers. And they do this to watch a crystal ball. And if you've been to Times Square, it's not as big as it looks on television. So to watch this not so enormous crystal ball drop for 10 seconds. Why on earth would you do that? Mark and I lived, what was it, Mark? About a mile, a little less than a mile for Times Square for years. We didn't go down there for New Year's. We still watched it on television. I'm not doing that. Why would someone do that? Because for so many around the world, 12 a.m. January 1st is a moment filled with joy, love, anticipation fulfilled, possibility. You remember January, don't you? Some of you made declarations, chose an intention word for the year. Mine is grace. This is my year of grace for myself and others. And when I selected that word, grace just started showing up all over the place, not just in actualization, but literally the word. Many of you created vision boards, you fasted, started healthy eating plans, exercise. It was great, and you experienced great results for a time. It's now February. Are you maintaining? Have these intentions become habits? Do you still cite your affirmations daily? Say your intention word? Do you remember, oh yeah? Did somebody say, oh yeah, that's right, I have an intention word too? Forgot. Or has February not only produced a shadow for the new Punxsutawney Phil. Blessings to the spirit and soul of Punxsutawney Phil, who passed right before February 2nd and was replaced by the new Punxsutawney Phil. In case you didn't know, that's the weather prognosticating groundhog. And this year, Punxsutawney Phil signaled 6 more weeks of winter because he saw his shadow. So it's February. So in addition to 6 more weeks of winter, all that possibility for the new year and healthy intentions, are they fading? Have they already been forgotten? Have you returned to the routine of life? February 6th. But what if the way we started each day, each new interaction with Happy New Year, not just on January 1 or in January? What if each morning I woke and kissed Mark while exclaiming, Happy New Day, and meant it? All the possibilities of 12 a.m. January 1 is actually available to us every day. Each day does begin a new year from that day on. So what's different? It is our view, our perspective, how we choose to see the day. New Year's is only so exciting because we say it is. For those who have experienced trauma on or around New Year's Day, it may not be a day for celebration. Or joy. So, as we said, LOL is the abbreviation most often used for either laughing out loud, or, as I was reminded by my good friend, Nikki Bravo, lots of love. When you think about it, these are wonderful expressions. Laughing out loud, lots of love. In the case of laughing out loud, it's used in situations where the emotion is fuller than quiet amusement. One is called to react with more than just a smile. It calls for an audible sound that comes from your heart, from your gut, a laugh out loud. Who doesn't want to experience something that makes you laugh out loud? The joy that's associated with it demonstrates your connectedness to it, your embodied experience of pure joy. It resonates so much that even in this digital world, you'll type LOL even when you don't actually do it. Every time you type LOL or LMAO, you might not have actually done that, particularly in the case of LMAO. But it is communicating an idea that is received by the person who reads it. The joy is so profound, it is the only way to convey it. And then there's lots of love. I mean, come on, lots of love, not just love, but lots of it. Who doesn't want lots of love? So send me LOL all day, every day, if it's coming from the heart. And I argue that laughing out loud and lots of love are representative of living out loud. Living out loud is an amplification, a commitment to this level of joy. Every day, every moment. Living out loud is bringing the intention, possibility, and joy of New Year's Day to every day. Living out loud. According to Urban Dictionary, yeah, that's real and credible. According to the Urban Dictionary, living out loud is being yourself, genuine, open, trustworthy, with sass, spice, and flair, living on purpose, loving others and yourself, living passionately for your values, no matter what. Letting others see your light shine and not being scared to be different or worried about others' opinions of you. Living a life you're excited about with purpose on your terms, inspiring others to do the same. This definition is so great. I'm going to copy it and put it in the chat. Look it up yourself. You're like, I don't remember everything you just said. You don't need to. We've got the interweb. Safe to say, I agree with this explanation. There is a way that many of us move in the world that reflects being alive, existence, but not living. My guess is we all know someone like that. And it may be our own experience of ourselves in this moment. Being alive, yet not living. January was a month where we saw in the news lives taken, young, the reality of the stresses and the chemical imbalances that affect our emotional and mental well-being that can ultimately impact our choices on our physical well-being. It is against our divine nature to exist without living out loud. We are manifestations of a creative power that can only fully express itself through its creation. Let me say that again. We are manifestations of a creative power that can only fully express itself through its creation. It has created all forms of life and all ways of living to express. It is our reason for being. It is our duty. It is our nature. We live among that divine creation. Each of us is bestowed with individual gifts, talents, ways of being that inspire and contribute to all creation when shared fully. Living out loud is our purpose. This is why Niyah Center's values are oneness, love, and joy. Our thoughts, words, and behaviors demonstrate oneness. It is the recognition of the unity of all life through the source, which connects us all. That's what oneness is. Recognition of the unity of all life through the source, which connects us all. Love. Love is the giving energy of life. And joy. Joy is that peace from knowing you are a divine, eternal being living in a temporary bodysuit. That takes us back to our affirmation for today. I am a powerful spiritual being in a human body. I am intentional about my thoughts, words, and behavior because with God, I am the co-author of my circumstances. Thoughts are things. So how do you honor those you care about who are experiencing dis-ease? Mental, physical, emotional. Live out loud. How do you honor those who have made their transition to another phase of being? Live out loud. How do you set an example for your children of what life is about when there's so many negative images? Live out loud. How do you make the most of your relationships? Live out loud. How do you move through life's inevitable challenges and dark nights? We focus on living out loud. What is your daily goal? Happy New Day. Live out loud. So, how do you demonstrate this gratitude to the source, to God, for your life, your breath, your health, all the good that surrounds you? By choosing the joy of living out loud. I am a powerful spiritual being in a human body. I am intentional about my thoughts, words, and behavior because with God, I am the co-author of my circumstances. Every morning, every afternoon, every evening. Happy New Year. So that's the insight. What's our application? Journal. What's the phrase, Mark? Something free journaling. Judgment-free journaling. You're going to do some judgment-free journaling. And so you just sit down with a commitment to write 2 to 3 pages in your journal. You don't need to lift the pen. Don't worry about punctuation. Spelling doesn't matter. It is just an opportunity to outpour divinely guided. And so you're going to reflect on 3 things. Reflect, journal, and reflect on 3 things. 1, what does living out loud mean to you? So I've shared the link to the Urban Dictionary's version of it, but what is most important is what does living out loud mean to you? 2, cite examples of times when you experience the joy of living out loud. It starts with like remembering it. Like for me, I gave this whole thing about remembering New Year's Eve. It makes it real concrete. I know what it feels like. I know what it looks like, right? When I'm sending that text back with that LOL and LMAO, like in the moment, like I'm living out loud. When I'm here on Sacred Space Sunday and engaging with you and you're responding in the chat and we're having this digital conversation, I am living out loud. So cite examples of times when you experienced the joy of living out loud. What did you do? How did you feel? How did it feel? Be sure to get at not only the behavior, but also the feelings. You want it to be an embodied remembering. And then finally, what will you commit to do to making living out loud a daily practice? What will you commit to do to make living out loud a daily practice? And as always, these are my thoughts. I want to hear yours. Agree, disagree, have some other reflections. If even as I ask these questions to reflect on, if something came to mind immediately, please share it in the chat. As you share and grow, you support others in growing. So what does living out loud mean to you? Examples of times when you experienced the joy of living out loud. What did you do? What did it feel like? And what do you commit to doing to making living out loud a daily practice? So the last resource I want to give you is an article from tinybuddha.com, another great website to go for learning, growing, and uplift. And so I'm going to put that in the chat and share that. And so this is a resource that actually gives you 30 ways to get started living out loud. You know that interweb is powerful, y'all. That is a powerful creation, right? So 30 ways to get started. So, I'm giving you a cheat sheet on what you will do to commit. And so I'll just share a couple of my favorites from the 30 ways to get started on living out loud. My personal favorites, not that I think that these are the best, but these are the ones that resonated most with me, given who I am. So learn to say no. Learn to say no. So last year was the year of no. I'm carrying that over into 2022, along with grace. Practicing gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Mark will tell you the importance of gratitude. I know all of his Reiki sessions begin with a practice of gratitude. Practicing being and having nothing to prove. Practice being and having nothing to prove. Like we like to say here, one of our mentors, Sylvia High, only something to share, nothing to prove. Find your bliss and live your passion. If that's not living out loud, I don't know what is. Find your bliss and live your passion. Yes, I am committed to do that. I have been in a conversation over the last week or so on what it means in terms of the choices I am making that reflects me living my bliss and my passion. And lastly, I will share be of service. So those were the 5 that resonated most for me in this current moment. And with that, I invite feedback, thoughts, questions, and comments. Living out loud.
Yeah, you had a couple of comments during your talk.
Okay, good.
Around living out loud, their word and their intention for the year. Big Wolf too, their joy has been hers. For the last few years, she finds at least one thing daily. Find something to take joy in. It's become a habit and as a part to help change your mindset. That's that gratitude, some of that access to whatever through gratitude, to healing, to love, to peace, to trust. Moreno Principal Moreno says he's recommitting to living out loud each day with even more hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is the way. It is powerful, and it's up to us.
Learn how to use your spelling.
Oh, let me tell you, don't even worry about that. Every time I type in the chat, I look at it, I'm like, what did I just type? Oh, well, you can't edit. They know what I mean. This is part of the living out loud. They get it. And if they don't, okay, if they're judging me on my typos, you know what? I can't worry about that. I'm 75. So, I can't be worried about that.
75.
Oh, okay, great. Is this the 30 ways?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to take us through them right quick, Mark?
Well, I mean, living your life on purpose, utilizing your full potential, discovering new talent. I thought that was interesting. Honoring your word. When you strip everything else away, your word is all you got. So do what you say you're going to. That's called living in integrity. Say X and do X. Honoring your word, you honor yourself. Create a new habit or break an old one. Who has dominion over your life, you or your habits? Pay a stranger a compliment. Yeah. Take 100% responsibility for your life. If things aren't working out in your favor, take note and ask yourself what your part in it is.
That's the whole taking responsibility versus being in reaction.
Yeah. Live in the question. There's nothing you cannot be, do, or have. So do not impose limitations on yourself. Instead of saying you can't get there, ask, how can I get there? Live in the affirmation of possibility rather than the declaration of negativity. There's always a way. You shared this one about learning to say no. Mm-hmm. Giving yourself permission for everything, permission to make mistakes, permission to shine, permission to look beautiful, permission to accept praise, permission to have bad days, permission to get angry, permission to cry, laugh, to scream, permission to take the day off, permission to nap, go to sleep early, to get a massage, permission to do nothing, permission to succeed. Give yourself permission to live out loud today. I like that one.
Yeah.
Do not punish yourself for past actions. So live in the present. Right? Your past behavior was what you've done, but it's not who you are. You are still unfolding. Practice gratitude. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
In a world of imperfections, it's amazing how perfect things actually are. Perfectly and divinely in order, divine perfect order. Right? We serve a God that is perfect and has created perfect beings called us.
This being authentic, I think, is so critical in this time and era of our life. This social media world, this cancel culture world, this media narrative of what it's okay to be and what it's not okay to be. And although for those of us who've been around for a while, on the one hand, it seems society has gotten more liberal, but it's also gotten more liberal in being able to condemn, to question, and to judge people. And so it continues to be, our own individual journeys on staying and remaining and being authentic.
Yeah, so there's an expression that is uniquely yours, and to dismiss it is to dismiss the divine. So you are divine, be your divinely authentic self. Own your own power. The answers are not outside of you. I have a acronym that I use with my students, ATFSO, the ability to figure stuff out. We all have it, and if we reflect on it, we can tap into it for anything that seems new or unfamiliar to us. We can figure it out because we have that ability.
Lakita, thank you for the resubscribe. Thank you.
Who?
On Twitch. Lakita.
Oh, Lakita, thank you, Lakita. Good to see you, sis. Practice being and have nothing to prove. Nothing to prove, everything to share.
Hey, Jillian. Good morning. Sending you love. March to the beat of your own drum and stay the course. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a resource to remind yourself, as you journal on what it means to you. When have you experienced it? And what are you committing to as Moreno Maran says, to have that be an intention daily. I believe if we all stay committed to it, we would see, as Big Wolf 2 said, not only a change in our mindset, but a change in our circumstances, because it's a tough pill to swallow, but often our circumstances are a reflection of our own thoughts and intentions, whether conscious or unconscious.
Auntie says happy pre-birthday to you.
Yes, thank you.
No. Anything else on that?
No. Any other thoughts, comments, feedback from the family? I'm glad we were able to get this far in the broadcast and we're still here. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, we got through it.
Yeah. So did you share with the folks that you went back to work this week? So that was awesome. People love you.
Yeah, I started back part-time. I went Thursday and Friday for a half day. So that was awesome. The students were super excited and generous with applause and hugs and handshakes and smiles, plenty of those. I had a chance to live out loud at the school this week. So that was great. I go back for 2 days this week, coming up Tuesday and Thursday for a half day. It's a gradual return as I'm still healing. I'm probably around, I guess, about 80-something%, I would guess, if I just had to put a number to it. And so looking forward to continuing to heal and recover and be in contribution.
Yes.
Great point.
Yes. All reminders of the importance of living each day without limits, and certainly not limits put on you by other people.
Yeah.
Put on you by society.
Yeah.
certainly, you know, yes, the greatest limits often we do put on ourselves, and acknowledging that the external world will offer them up to you if you're open to having them. I, you know, continue to say, if I had subscribed to the limitations that were told to me that fit me, I mean, I wouldn't have achieved not a fraction of the things that I have in life. Because at every step of the way, it's been, there's no reason that you can, you will.
Says, what are limits? Right, good question.
Exactly.
Yeah, limits are something that we create in our mind.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. Thank you, Noreen. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, your prayers are much appreciated.
And
they definitely work. They definitely work. So clear about that. So clear about that.
Now, they say normally it takes about 6 months to a year to recover from a stroke. And so I'm kind of on track for about 3 months so far. I'm about 3 months into the process. So I've got my full mental capacity. My processing speed is a little bit slower, so it takes me a little more time to work through stuff than it did previously. But I don't have any physical impairments or any impairments, really. So, you know, great. God has been great.
God is great. God is great.
Thanks, Lakita. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Noreen,
so with that,
you're almost finished with that school, right?
No, I think she's finished.
Did she finish? Noreen, did you finish?
Graduation. We got to take some tests and get some licenses, I believe. But I think we are done. It's in the bag, people. It's in the bag.
It's done.
Woo,
Congratulations.
Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you, Principal Moreno. Big Wolf.
The boards is done too. Oh, you moving right through. Okay. We love it.
Everybody get that spell check off.
Like we said, we know what you mean.
Board. It says board, B-O-R-D.
Look, I can pronounce it. That's all that matters. No limitations. That's right. No limitations, right?
Yeah.
And listen to what the people said. You know, you might not have done any of that, and you did all of that and more. And Dr. Lakita B, if you had listened to what the people said, and Principal Moreno, if you had listened to what the people said, oh no, Mark, if you had listened to what somebody or the doctor said, oh no. Coming back to our affirmation, you know, we are divine manifestations of the one, so there are no limitation. It is all possible because in the one there are absolutely no limitations in infinite, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent energy and presence. So with that, good morning DJ C Sharp and Yo Baby. Be sure to join them this evening at 9 o'clock on Twitch for the basement, 9 p.m. on Twitch.
No, I think it's called something else on Sundays, ain't it?
Oh, well, they will correct me in the chat, but it's on Twitch, DJ C Sharp and Yo Baby, and their wonderful musical broadcast that is really a relaxing, enjoyable way to finish your Sunday and your weekend evening and weekend, and to start your weekday. Yes. We got some fans and regulars here. So with that, Mark, why don't you set us up for the next 2 weeks? We'll be back here on the 20th, but take us out with a prayer to enjoy our day.
So we send blessings of oneness, love, and joy to all those that are listening and that have been present. We know that life has been living and going on, and there's some people who made some transitions, and so to those families that are experiencing those transitions, we let you know that our thoughts and prayers are with you for comfort and the experience of love. We thank everyone for taking time to be in this space. We thank you for divine guidance, divine joy. Thank you for the divine word that came through Minister Jewel in terms of living out loud as a practice, as a daily habit, a way of living. That's a commitment to joy, a commitment to our principles of who we are as divine beings. Thoughts are things, and the things and our words are aligned with that living out loud. Happy new day. We thank you for this new day. We thank you for the new opportunity, the possibilities that will be revealed and experienced. Thank you for the love and the blessings. We thank you for the continuous in community, right, to be able to support and connect with each other across the thousands of miles, the airspace, leveraging this technology. We thank you for all those that made time today, Lord, and those things that are going on in their lives. Philip in this business, Lord, thank you for the growth of this business. Dr. Nikita in her classroom, we thank you for her. Principal Moreno with the high school leadership, for his guidance and support. And Auntie, she continues to work through the pandemic. Lord, we thank you for joy and comfort. We thank you for these safe travels for those that are traveling here and too. We thank you for the uplifting or the healing. Thank you for the prayers of others, even those unknown, or those when somebody thinking of prayer as prayer itself, as they say. And so those thoughts of others that have been prayers of uplift and prayers of love. We thank you most for trust. All right, trusting God hears all, sees all, knows all, and can and will do all, aligned with God's will. We thank you for accepting that, Lord, even if it's not and something that we personally think that we want, but we thank you for trusting that your will, your divine will is best, and for knowledge of that. As we take this moment, Mr. Mann, we thank you for Mr. Mann joining us, and he progresses through his first year in high school, and we appreciate that. And all of the families that are present that might be hearing this even in retrospect, we thank you, and we ask you just to send them love and continue to bind and protect them. In your name we pray, amen, and so it is.
Amen, and so it is.
Amen. Amen.
Hey, Mr. Man, I didn't know you were with us today. So great to feel your energy. So great to feel your energy. I think of you every time I listen to Nas and Lauryn Hill. That's a blessing that will never stop giving. Never stop giving. Woo, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, family. We will see you back here on February 20th. So be well, stay well, take care. Avoid whatever version of COVID is still out there, because it's still lurking, y'all. Lurking, like they say on the Twitch. It's lurking. It's lurking. Don't just because you don't see it or feel it, don't mean it ain't there. It's there. It's there. COVID's still there, y'all. COVID's still there. All right. We love you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And always feel free to reach out if there's any way we can support you.
All right.
With blessings of oneness, love, and joy. See you, Trivady. Bye.
Be well, fam. Thank you. Thank you, Moreno. Yeah, thank you, Big Wolf, too.